Hi, it's Kaylin Shaner. If you follow me, you know that. I'm an author, and this is my first live video. So come on, guys, check it out. Um, I'm not the best speaker in the world, so if I'm a little boring or weird or awkward or whatever, just please forgive me. Be gentle, I'm a virgin. It's my first live stream video, so. Um, I was an actress in high school, but it's been a minute, been a few years, so my skills are a little rusty. I am hoping to audition for a play this winter. It's a Wonderful Life here in my hometown. But until then, when I get back in the swing of things, my skills could use a little perfecting. But if you guys want to ask me any questions or comment or anything, you like my book, you don't like my book, you've never heard of my book, maybe you're reading my short stories, or maybe we went to high school together, or maybe my boyfriend will start watching in a minute, hopefully, maybe, fingers crossed. But yeah, if you know me, just start asking questions. I'm a giant nerd, so all of those questions are totally on the table. My Zelda poster back here. I don't know if you can see it in all this glory a little bit. My lightsaber, there's another one up above the poster. And my Daenerys painting, which I did not paint. I do like art. I can draw on stuff, but I'm not quite that good. That was a birthday gift, actually. Let's see. I don't see anybody watching. This is my first one, so I feel like it would notify me, so I feel like I would see it. Oh, it says one person's watching. Cool. I'm down with that. Yeah. So if you missed anything because you just started watching, author, super awkward. If I'm boring, please forgive me. I'm a virgin. Acting skills are a little bit rusty. Yeah, so anyone watching this later on will be like, she's just repeating herself. I'm sorry. You should have started watching the video on time. Yep, so mega nerd. So if you want to ask me my favorite fandom or how I felt about the Game of Thrones season finale, that kind of thing, go right ahead. Zelda, or wrong hand, Zelda over here, and Star Wars lightsaber, and Daenerys painting that I did not paint, and up there is a little Beauty and the Beast deal, so lightsaber, and there's more stuff all around the room and the house and stuff, giant. So yeah, this is to celebrate 100 likes on my page, so thank you guys. It's super awesome. It's maybe not a lot in today's culture, whatever, in general terms, but for me it's a big deal. Just starting out, I haven't been doing this that long, and I'm a little new to I've always had Facebook and I know how to use a computer, but as far as like the live streams and stuff, I don't even do selfies that often, so this whole thing is fairly new to me, so still practicing. Hopefully I get better at it, more interesting, intriguing, that kind of thing. Andrew Price says I need more Full Metal Alchemist decor. I do. I really do. Get me some Winry stuff up in here. Let's see. What else? Over here. This is awkward because it's all like flipped around from I'm raising my right hand here, but it's on the left side of my screen. So if I'm weird, that's why. But yeah, so magic book over here. So all of you Magic the Gathering fans, I'm just starting to get my feet wet. So if you have any tips for me or cool lands, like the mythology behind it, that kind of thing, just let me know what you're into, that kind of thing. So yeah, 100 likes. I just want to thank you guys for your support. And, just feeling the love. I would feel more love if more than one person were watching. Now, like I said, I'm new to this, so I don't have, great expectations, which I have not read. or Pride and Prejudice, though the movie was really good with Keira Knightley. Again, I have read Little Women. So yeah, a little bit scatterbrained. Don't mind that. I write science fiction, fantasy type novels, and I am self-published on Amazon, so go check that out. Just type in my name is probably your safest bet, Cailin Shaner, CAELIN SHANER. If you just type in Shift, which is the name of my book, you'd have to scroll for a while because, again, just starting out. No big deal, you know. Have to start somewhere. Never despise meager beginnings. Yeah, just type in my name and my book should pop right up, or go to my Facebook page, which most of you should like by now. Like, anyone watching this probably notified because you liked my page. So yeah, the link is there. You know, there's a shop now button, and then I post the link with like a synopsis summary, you know, update it every now and again. So any questions? Anything at all? I write short stories. I have a blog that I'm doing with a good friend of mine, Emily McGuff. She's also a brilliant writer, so go check out her page. I have shared her link to her page on my page. So she wrote a book called Crystalline, which is available on Amazon, and that's really, really cool. It's sort of a coming-of-age story, and it's got like crystals in it, and that's where they get their power from, and it's about Atlantis. Her story is, I say too much. My English teacher from high school would have a fit right now. There's a person I went to high school with. Well, she's a little bit older than me, but yeah, Mrs. Ford would be appalled at my constant use of the word right now. Of course, I don't think she was married when you went to high school, so it would have been Miss Gleason, I believe. But yeah, lots of not good. Again, my speaking skills are not great. My acting skills are rusty. Please forgive me. Stop saying But her story is really, really good. She built this world where Atlantis was never destroyed, and it was saved. And it's a coming-of-age story about a girl who's growing up in Atlantis. It's modern day. It's 2017, I believe. And she has to go through these trials to become one of the elders, which is like their government, basically. And they go through years of training, but they have to pass the test first, which it's kind of what I remember a little bit from Divergent, a little bit with just the whole ceremonious thing going on. But yeah, that's pretty neat. So go check her out, Emily McGuff. She's really awesome. And she and I are doing a joint blog right now. It's called Insana Fiction. You can find the link on my page. insanafiction.wordpress.com, I believe, is the link to type in, but it should be on my page and her page. Thanks, Daniel. Let's see. It froze. He says it froze. Is it still frozen? Comment if it's still frozen, and I'll fiddle around with it. So yeah, we write. Currently, we're working on insanity stories for like the mentally not for the mentally unstable. Don't read these if you are suicidal. Bad idea. Sorry for anyone who is suicidal, has depression. I deal with that. Completely sympathetic, you know. But if you can't make fun of life in general, just anything in life, then what kind of life are you living? So I apologize for the suicidal joke. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so mental patients in an institution, they're all kind of a little bit graphic and a little bit scary and creepy. And I just posted one last night. Yeah, 6th installment. So go check that out. That one is called Cleanliness is Next to Godliness. It's about a germaphobe. It gets a little gruesome. But, so yeah, those are really cool. Go check those out. If you guys have any ideas for short stories you would like me to try out, that would be great. Just, you know, leave them in the comment section. Been toying with some ideas, but I will get back on that probably within the next couple of days. But yeah, so if you have any stories about someone who's just crazy and has been committed, and or like from the orderly's point of view even, you know, and you want to see how I flesh that out, just drop some ideas. But again, for those just joining, celebrating 100 likes on my page. Yay! Thank you guys. I write science fiction, fantasy. It's kind of one of those deals where you're sitting in science class, you know, and in high school, whatever, and you know, they're explaining basic principles about like radioactivity and that kind of thing, and you're sitting there kind of thinking, huh, that's cool, maybe I could do something with that. And then you start with the basic premise, and before you know it, it's basically magic. I have magical characters masquerading as science fiction characters, essentially. So they have superpowers, and they can turn into like fire and water and stone and trees and stuff. And if you want to get like a cool sense of the visual, I have done essentially fan art by the author. I don't know if that's technically fan art. I'm a fan of myself, if that's, you know, not totally conceited sounding. But yeah, so there's drawings on there, cover ideas that I had thought of, and just general stuff like that. So go check that out. But yeah, so they can, like, you know, turn into a river or whatever, like maybe not a whole river, because it is, I do try to keep it within the bounds of like their body mass. They can generally only really create as much of the element as they have physically, like their mass is. So, and they can retain their shape if they want to as a human, so it's like basically a pillar of water that has boobs and a butt kind of thing, and a face and arms and all that great stuff. And same with all the other elements, fire and stuff, and, you know, which is great, because if you're cold, just snap your fingers, turn your hand to fire, stick your hand in the wood, and bonfire. But yeah, and there's like a government conspiracy theory in there, and, you know, they're trying to uncover what's going on there, and how deep it runs and stuff. So, you know, they're on the run from the people who know that they've found out some of their lies and their mysterious deeds and such. And there's car crashes and gun shootouts. I don't remember if there's a gun shootout in the first one. I can't make promises I can't keep. I know there's one in the second one, my second novel, that is called I'm a good person. I'm a good writer. I can remember the names of my own stories. Transform is the second book. But yeah, if you read the first one, and I know a few of you have bought it so far, if you read it and you liked it, there's 2 more. And I'm working on a 4th one. A little slow going at the moment, but, you know, adult responsibilities suck. What's it say? Next short story. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah. D&D characters who are aware of being D&D characters, so that's interesting. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Sword Art Online, actually, in a good way. But yeah, so like they're characters in this world, but they know they're in this world. There's a TV show like that, Westworld, I believe. I haven't seen it, but it looks good. I think that's how that premise works. Don't quote me. Yeah, so that's cool. Any more short story ideas? Just type away. What else? If you guys want to know anything about my books or what I'm planning on writing next, go ahead and ask. Basically anything is up for grabs right now, because, you know, this is my first live stream, still getting used to it. That's cool. Yeah, okay. So, in addition to, I'm getting a story idea now. Sorry, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. Not a great multitasker. So in addition to being D&D characters, this person's short story idea, and knowing they're D&D characters, they still can't control what they're doing. They're completely at the whim of their players. It's cool. That's cool. Again, reminds me of Sword Art Online a little bit, where you're trapped inside this universe, this game. But Sword Art Online was like you were still in control of what you were doing and the quests you were following and stuff. It's a nice little twist there. I like it. I think I can run with that. But yeah, I'm also a giant nerd, which I mentioned earlier. So if you have any questions about what I like, the fandoms I like, that kind of thing, ask away. Clearly, I'm a Game of Thrones fan, given the, sorry, my right is my left and my left is my right on this thing. My Daenerys painting, which I didn't paint. I am an artiste, not a fantastic one, but I do like. If you want to see more of my artwork, go ahead and ask away. I posted most of the book-oriented artwork that I've done on my page, which is some really cool stuff, I think. You know, I worked fairly hard on it, you know. Not, you know, Monet or Da Vinci or whatever by any means, any stretch of the imagination, but it's okay. Would I ever write a script? I think I would be timid. Sorry, something stuck in my throat. I think I would be slightly intimidated by getting it out there. Because, you know, kind of what drives my art is the idea of sharing it with somebody, even if it's just a close friend. But the whole reason I like what I'm doing now with my page and, you know, my first live stream and all that, and my blog and all of that is, you know, I get it done, I get it revised and all that, and then I immediately get it out to you guys and get your thoughts and stuff. And, you know, that's kind of why I do this, is for you guys, is to be able to share my passion, you know, that kind of thing. And who wants to write a story and have it sit on a shelf? But getting back to the original question, you know, this is all very self-done, obviously, you know, self-promoting, and, you know, most of it currently is on Facebook, so it's really easy to do. Getting a lot of followers and stuff isn't, but just, you know, the functionality of it is fairly simple. As far as getting script out there, I wouldn't even know how to start. I mean, I would research it, obviously, but it would be hard to get that motivation down. Knowing that I'd have to jump through hoops and the whole Hollywood thing and all that, or even just like independent filmmakers is still, you know, kind of a bigger deal than what I'm doing now. But I would like to write a script if I had some guarantee that it'd get picked up, even if only 2 people watched it or whatever. Like if I knew I could jump through the hoops, you know, if I knew I could survive that whole mess. I'm not sure what I'd write about. I really am more into the vein of science fiction and fantasy and magic and dragons and all of that stuff. But at some point I would like to dabble in something a bit more realistic, like that Nicholas Sparksy sort of. It's really mostly just about the characters and not so much the world building, which I love. World building, you know, it kind of goes with the whole being in love with Zelda and Game of Thrones and Disney movies and stuff. You really fall in love with that world. But at some point I really would like to try my hand at just what drives the characters individually without all the fluff around it, which the fluff is super attractive, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I would like to, just even if it's just as a learning thing, like a mental exercise, if you will. So maybe something like that for a movie script, I would think. It'd be kind of nice if my books got made into a movie, but God knows Hollywood is doing a wonderful job with that right now. Not to mention Twilight, for obvious reasons. What else, guys? Comment away. So yeah, stuff and things. Again, for those of you just joining, I'm new to this. Be gentle. And with practice, hopefully I'll get better. So just keep tuning in. But yeah, so my links are all on my page. And if you type in my name on Amazon, you should find me pretty easy. Not the book so much, because apparently there's like 8 trillion other books with the name Shift. So don't type in the name of my book. Bad idea. I mean, click on the link, which will take you right to where you're supposed to be, but don't just go to Amazon eBooks and type in my name. Don't type in the name of the books. Bad idea. I could write a book. Any fandom, what would it be? Ooh, not Game of Thrones. Not Game of Thrones. That is super delicate, and I love it. But I am not George R. R. Martin. He is so intricate. Which is one of my qualms, actually, with this latest season. And I commented on a live stream I watched before I started my own tonight. That this whole last season is intriguing, and the graphics are amazing, and the acting is, superb and all this. But, a while back they ran out of source material. The show surpassed the books. There were no more books to build off of, and so they basically lost, from what I understand, if George R. R. Martin ever sees this, if I get big enough that he would watch this. Doubt it. But maybe. A girl can dream. As far as I know, he's not involved in the whole creative process there. So basically what's going on now is it's just the writers running with the characters that have already been established. So you're seeing people get together that you've been dying to get together forever, and people dying that you want to see die, you've been wanting to see die forever, and all this, and just a whole lot of epic stuff. But it's basically fan service at this point. They are giving the audience what we want, which is awesome. But you don't know yet where George was trying to take it, and there's so many little prophecies and this, that, and the other, and details that, clearly we've already seen it from the beginning, where he's worked this in and you didn't even notice, you didn't even know it was there, and then you get further along and then big reveal, and it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I remember that detail from before, which now he's not included, so there's probably, I can only assume, a bunch of little things from earlier seasons that were meant to be tied in currently, and in the final season coming up in forever. Yeah, so it can't possibly be as complex as it was always meant to be, and I'm curious to see if George ever finishes his book, and I know he's getting a lot of flack for it, and I can kind of ride the fence. I can see both sides of the argument there, defending him and then also being just a totally enraged fan because we love what he writes. But, I'm curious to see, where he takes his books, having no affiliation with the show, because he did not write Game of Thrones, he wrote the books. That's his baby. That's his thing. And then seeing how the show departs from that, and then the time gap between the two and how they each escalate and all of that stuff. But so I would not dabble in that. Would not touch that with a 10-foot pole. Not doing that. I would love to write a Disney movie, which I know is not a book. And I guess that goes back to the script question, writing script. I mean, I would love to write a sequel, which I know sequels get a hugely bad rap, but, if you know these characters and you love these characters and stuff, I can only imagine where you could take them, and just build on their expansive universe, because some of the movies interconnect, and other movies, you could see, even if they have nothing to do with another movie, you could see how, if they're both set in the same country but different generations, well, maybe these two are related and they're descendants of each other, and, that's all really super cool. We need a villain for that Disney movie. You want to play it, Danny? You want to play the villain in my hypothetical Disney movie script? I bet you do. I want a Rumpelstiltskin animated Disney movie, which the Once Upon a Time version is phenomenal, impeccable. I love Robert Carlyle. Phenomenal actor, just kills it as Rumpelstiltskin. He's intriguing, he's creepy, he's scary. You never know which side of the game he's playing because he fights with the heroes and then he fights with the villains and, you know, all of that great stuff. But I want an animated one, you know, and not necessarily based on the Once Upon a, like, a standalone, it's its own thing kind of deal. I would love to write that. And I actually have an idea for a Rumpelstiltskin story. But that would be a novel of my own creation. That wouldn't be anything I'd make for Disney. But I think that would be awesome. God, I've had a couple more ideas for Disney movies I want to write. I think it'd be cool to see an Esther movie, like the biblical Esther. You know, which I think in today's time, you know, all of this religious, anti-religious stuff, which, you know, believe what you want to believe. You know, not here to judge. But, you know, with all the turmoil and stuff going on in the world, I don't know that would fly. You know, DreamWorks made a couple of good, one was great, the other one was Bible movies, which I don't think was their intent. I think they just saw the potential of, this is a really intriguing story, let's run with this. I don't know that they were arguing one way or the other, is this true or not? But, you know, they took a great story and, you know, they made it come to life, which, you know, mad respect. But The Prince of Egypt is one of my favorite animated movies. I think the animation is brilliant. The songs are super memorable. And, you know, just one of those things you can watch again and again. It's Joseph King of Dreams is the name of the other one they did, which was good. Animation was pretty cool. It just wasn't as epic. But I think an Esther movie in that vein would be awesome with beautiful animation, and because it's a visual would be amazing because she's supposed to be this beautiful, ravishing woman presented to the king, and she wins the beauty contest for his hand, and you know, so you get the pretty dresses, the awesome jewelry, you know, she'd look amazing. She'd look like a Disney princess. So there's that, which I know is really superficial and everything. But you want that in a film, especially an animated film. Some beauty, some visual stimulation there. Stimulation, I said that wrong. So again, speaking skills, not great. That's why I write. I wouldn't have spelled it wrong. Anyway, but you have that, and then you have just the you know, the suspense of, can she save her people, and, you know, walking into that throne room, because it says in the Bible, you know, the original story, the source material, whatever you want to call it, however you want to view it, she's not supposed to go into the throne room without an invitation, and this is her husband. Like, she's supposed to have kids with this dude, but she's not allowed to go see him without him, you know, calling her in. But, you know, she's so desperate to save her people. She knows she has to go. She has to ask him for help. And she's totally, you know, scared and everything. And she does it anyway. Like, she goes into the throne room. And just like that holding your breath moment, like, is he going to have her offed for this? Because he kicked out his first wife of the country, if I remember correctly. Just, the VeggieTales version, actually, it's for not making him a sandwich in the middle of the night. Oh, make me a sandwich. Make you a sandwich. And hightails it out of there on a camel, which I found humorous. But, yeah, that suspense of the last queen, you know, was offed for that, or was banished for that, and is she going to die for this, for trying to save her people? And then he extends the scepter, and is like, you may enter, you have pleased me, you are a good wife, you are a good queen. I think that would be amazing in an animated movie, so I would write something like that if I could write for Disney or even DreamWorks, because they have a reputation with the Bible movies. But, yeah, Esther, very, very strong story, very great potential for a princess movie, because she's literally a queen, like she's royalty, so it works on every level. Am I going to get together? I don't know, Fanny. I don't think I work Saturday, so maybe, hopefully, we'll see. Questions? Why is Danny the only one commenting? So, anything you want to see me write in the future? Anything at all. I can't promise I'll do it, but I'll certainly try. My blog is super cool right now. Just wrote a story about a germaphobe. Emily McGuff has written a few shorts, and she's working on another one right now. Can't promise when that'll be out, because she's a kick-ass teacher, and great mom, and she's in a band and all this, and drama and all this other stuff. So she's busy, but a great writer, and so just keep an eye out for her. Dinosaurs and pirates. Pirates writing dinosaurs. I can't write that, Andrew. Mostly because somebody else already has, and I know you're super excited for the next Magic the Gathering installment, which sounds awesome. Pirates riding dinosaurs. I am all for that. But obviously I can't do it because it's already been done. But thank you for that comment. I appreciate it. So if you can imagine that. Pirates riding dinosaurs. Every little boy's dream. Just add in a couple race cars and you're golden. Cowboys versus pirates. I like that, actually. So I'm imagining Jack Sparrow versus. I'm trying to think of like a really good cowboy story that I like. I mean, cowboys are cool, but I didn't grow up on them exactly because I wasn't a little boy. I don't think my brothers did either, actually. My dad might have with the whole like good, bad, and the ugly stuff, but I don't know that he grew up on it because it's a bit mature. But if I remember correctly, I only watched it once. But that'd be cool. Versus ninja. Which ones? Cowboys versus ninjas, or pirates versus ninjas, or cowboys versus pirates versus ninjas? Like a one against one. Back to the Future and Doctor Who crossover. That would be incredible. I am so down for that. All three. Okay, all right. Yeah. Cowboys and pirates and ninjas. That sounds awesome. I should write that for my nephew, actually. A short story. So Halen would probably get a giant kick out of that. Yeah. Back to the Future and Doctor Who. I haven't watched Doctor Who. And I'm sure there will be outrage from the fandoms of the universe. But it looks super cool. And I'm totally down to watch it. I just haven't had the time, with the writing, the self-promotion and the job and Dickie going up stuff and responsibilities. Really. But yeah, I need to sit down and watch Doctor Who. Heard a lot of good things. And of course, who doesn't love Back to the Future? I have all three right there. Yeah, all three on my giant movie shelf, which I'd show you guys, but that would require a whole lot of picking the computer up and positioning and can I see it, can you see it kind of thing. So maybe the next live stream I do, I'll just set the computer on the other side and you can see the movies. But it's a big bookshelf. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shelves, and it almost reaches my ceiling, and it almost killed us trying to get it into the house. Doctor Who versus Doc Brown versus Pirates versus Cowboys versus Ninjas versus Samurai versus Wizards versus Knights. I don't even know what to say to that, Daniel. That sounds like you did too many drugs before going to bed. I don't even know how you would pull that off. Yeah, so if I ever get high, I will try to write that story for you. Write the tale of the majestic space duck. I don't do ducks. I have a very hard no duck policy because of Howard the Duck. He scares me. I'm sure the movie is great, but the only time I ever saw it was intoxicated, and it was terrifying and almost nauseating. So no ducks. Besides, isn't that kind of Space Jammy? I mean, I can't remember what characters went to what universe. I think the Looney Tunes went to the other planet. So technically the duck would be on open space on a planet. Not sure. Oh, and dinos. Okay. How How about dinos in space, Danny? You want to do dinos in space? I feel like that would be fun. Maybe get the wizards to zap the dinos into space. Yeah. I have no idea. I'm just talking on my own now. So yeah, you guys should read my book. I don't know what else to talk about. Actually, I've been on here for half an hour, doing better than I thought I would. Actually, kind of thought I'd panic and be like, "Oh, 10 minutes is good. We're done. Have a good night." But no, this is great. I love talking to you guys. You know, this is the reason I do this, is to connect with the fans and share my passion and everything. So go ahead and ask away. Ask all of your questions. Comment. Did you like my books? Did you read my books? Did you read my short stories? Do you have critiques? That kind of thing. Just throwing that out there for commentary. I know I've said that a couple times already, but you know, people are joining the video intermittently, and so I just want to update them. You know, just, you are free to comment, say anything you want, in reason that there are certain comments I don't want, and I'm sure you can imagine. But yeah, anything about nerdiness or my writing or any of that great stuff. Okay, so dinos in space has already been done. I'm sorry, Danny. Truckers, space truckers. So I'm imagining, my boyfriend has this friend named Matt. I'm imagining Matt in space. That could be interesting for Matt. Space truckers with lightsabers. So I'm imagining a fan fiction there of Star Wars, but what I'm thinking here is that it has nothing to do with any of the main characters, and it's just two space truckers who provide food or fuel or whatever from one planet to another, like export goods and stuff, and they somehow get a hold of black market lightsabers and become vigilante heroes. I don't know. That does sound pretty cool. My nerdiness, my writing is nerdiness. Well, that's the point. That's the point. You know, I like the things I like because I grew up on Disney movies and I grew up on video games. Mostly watching my brother play video games because I'm not great at it, but I will do it. I am hardcore down to game. Don't expect me to win. I will get the end of the story from watching somebody else do it. But yeah, so and my dad was, you know, really into superhero movies and comic books and all of that stuff. So I grew up watching, like, we would do family movie night, and a lot of the times it would be some sort of science fiction. So that's where that love comes from, is family movie night, and you know, just doing stuff together as a family that was centered around Spider-Man and Iron Man and all of that. So that's where that inspiration comes from, is my dad. See, Game of Thrones meets space. So space dragons conquering other planets instead of Westeros. Okay. That's all. Space truckers. Game of Thrones meets space truckers. Oh, okay. Alright. So the vigilante space truckers, Matt the space trucker, meets a space dragon, and this is why you write outlines first before you write, because on the fly is difficult. Yeah, I'll get back to you on that one. No, they buy lightsabers at a Space Renaissance fair, and it's just a justified purchase. And they go to Game of Thrones land to fight the White Walker. I like that. I like that. Don't bring Game of Thrones to space. Bring the space truckers to Game of Thrones, and just wail on the White Walkers. Just zero. Actually, you know what? Fuck. Sorry. I didn't cuss. What are you talking about? Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. I keep definitely. I'm sorry. Yeah, so you just witnessed that. Oh, jeez. What else? Yeah, so celebrating 100 likes today. Actually, I think it's. I can't like exit out of the screen to double check for you guys. I think it's 106 as of right now. Steadily climbing, which is great. Thank you guys for your support. It means so much. Yes, convenient decoration at its finest, indeed. Yeah, Ellis says he feels bad for anyone joining at the moment. Yeah, you just witnessed a one-person lightsaber battle. How do you feel about that? Speaking of the mentally challenged, go check out my blog in Santa Fiction. I might add that in there. Just somebody wandering through the halls of the mental hospital that we've imagined and built in this blog universe, just wailing a lightsaber around the halls. Yeah, okay. Thomas the Tank Engine versus my nephew used to love Thomas the Tank Engine. I think he's a bit too young for the White Walkers, but I can only imagine just yeah. Just, I can't even. I picture it in your brains. It's your beautiful imaginations. You all have beautiful imaginations. The Shutter thing feels more like a cartoon series for the 7 to 12 demographic. Kinda, yeah, it does. Yeah. Can you just imagine, like, that nice, round, little silver face, you know, all smiling and stuff, and then he sees the White Walkers, these ice zombies, and just gets this enraged little expression on his round, happy little face, and it's no longer a happy little face, and just starts chugging, and the steam or the smoke or whatever starts coming out of his smokestack, and he just starts revving up and getting faster and faster and faster, and then just plowing through all of the White Walkers. It'd be great. That would be awesome. Thomas versus Space Truckers. Have we mentioned that yet? No, that has not been mentioned. Kudos to Ellis. Angry face Thomas with the happy. Yes, the happy Thomas the Tank Engine theme music playing with the murderous Thomas mowing down ice zombies. I love that. It's very creepy. I want to hear Thomas say Winter's coming. Yes, down for that. Yep. Where was I? Thomas versus Space Truckers. Okay. In that scenario, I can only really imagine the Space Truckers like hijacking Thomas. Like, I don't know. I feel like because they're like their own sentient beings, they don't really have a cab area or whatever to pilot the thing. But I feel like the Space Truckers would find a way. They just use their lightsaber and carve out a door or something, which would essentially be his brain. That got really dark really fast. Whoops. Just carve out his brain so you can track the train. It's a real quick battle. Over and done. Story ended. Sorry, guys, for that mental image. Unless Thomas... How would Thomas self-destruct? Would he like burn his coal too hot and then I don't know how trains work enough to tell you that. How a sentient train would commit suicide. This got really super dark, guys. I'm so sorry. And the Space Truckers die too. Yes, death all around. All of the death. You guys are bad. Hey, Thomas. Yeah, if Thomas is in space, then everything is up for grabs. It's all possible. Your imagination's going wild, guys. I'm just imagining Thomas with like a space helmet on. He's chugging around space, you know, because clearly science no longer matters. He can do whatever. I mean, at that point, I guess he doesn't even need the helmet. You know, he really shouldn't even have to be able to breathe, but Cartoons, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna read this for a second. This one's a bit long, so just bear with you. Thanks. So pretty. Anyway. Guys, only read one comment at a time. Daniel. Guys, I can't even repeat this back to you. It's so complex. But there's ice zombies and space truckers and everything we've already talked about, and then Back to the Future and dinosaurs and cowboys and pirates. Go read his comment. Just scroll to his comment. It's a whole hot mess of beautiful epic imagination and psychoticness. Okay, so Ellis Omega apparently has a visual of Comet just chugging around furiously in circles because he can't go anywhere in space. If he can't go anywhere in space, why is he going in circles in the first place? Yes, Thomas is the ultimate weapon to defeat White Walkers. Please, HBO, get a hold of this video. Can you imagine the promo videos, like their joke promo videos? Like the one of Kit Harington auditioning for Daenerys Targaryen. That is freaking hilarious. Go look that up. It's awesome. But I can only imagine they get a hold of this video, which they probably will never do. But making a fake promo. Oh my god. I don't even know how they would go about approaching the owners of Thomas the Tank Engine to get the rights for that. I'm laughing a lot. I'm sorry if it's annoying you guys, but I'm having a good time. I hope you're having a good time. Comment if you're having a good time, or like. You know, I've never done one of these live streams before, but I've watched a couple of Daniels here the last couple of days, and apparently there's like this little bar down at the bottom of your screen where you can like and love, and it floats in little bubbles across my screen. So go ahead, like away. You guys are awesome! Thank you, I see the likes. I feel so loved. What was I talking about? I don't know. Somebody loves me. Oh, you guys are so. Oh, somebody's mad. What did I do? I think these are all Ellis. Ellis, stop. Ellis is always mad at me. Always. I'm never good enough for him. Okay, somebody's sending a whole. I can't see who's sending these likes. They're so little. They're so itty bitty. You guys are awesome. I know the best people. I really do. I haven't seen any fans, like fans yet. Hopefully they join sometime or watch this later, or I'll become big and famous and stuff, and people will go through my archives and see this madness and then never buy another book again, ever. But yeah, it's all people that I know so far, which is great. I love interacting with you guys. You guys are awesome. We're gonna have to do this again sometime. Maybe when I hit 200 likes. This is for 100 likes, so maybe when my page hits 200 likes, that could be slow going, so you might not hear from me for a couple years. So I might have to think of another reason. Or if I sell more books, that would be amazing. Likes can only get you so far. I'm not aiming to be rich. If I get rich, fantastic. But just to know that my books are out there, you know, my people are reading my stuff and liking my stuff and all that kind of thing would be great. So maybe I'll set like a goal of how many books, or maybe I'll just do live streams if I want to do live streams, but go back to my books. Any more comments? You guys getting tired? It's getting late. I gotta work tomorrow. Maybe give it 10 more minutes unless you guys really beg. What else? I should probably put my lightsaber back, actually. Let's see if I can. Okay. Alright. So, yeah. If you ever want to see me do a lightsaber battle video, comment, like, all the stuffs. Do all the stuffs. And I will fight somebody with my 2 lightsabers. Yes, I have to. Yes, I am a giant geek. Don't judge me. Okay, judge me. I don't care. I mean, I like me. So yeah, lightsaber video for no reason. It has nothing to do with my books or my blog or anything that I do. Just lightsaber videos. Kind of super psyched about it. Does somebody like that, please? What else? What else? Yeah, I don't know. You guys tired? So this has been fun. Any comments? 3 people are still watching, it says. It doesn't tell me when people leave. Is that weird? Like, it tells me when people join, but it doesn't tell me, like, which people left. So I can't hate you. Stick little pins in my voodoo. I don't do voodoo, guys. I'm not gonna kill you, I promise. That was a joke. Yeah, no, okay, alright. So 3 people are watching. What do you want to watch me do? That's scary. Don't comment that, because one of you I'm only just, like, reconnecting with from high school. The other one's my brother, and the other one's my boyfriend. So don't comment on that. What would you like to see me talk about, rather, is maybe the safer question. I'm going off on a tangent. Please stop me, please. Nobody's commenting. This has been really fun. I really like this. I really do. I like having my social media account. It's nice. So I promoted myself quite a bit, which sounds selfish and conceited, but you know, this is what I do. This isn't how I make my living. It's how I kind of hope to someday, but you know, this is why I'm making a living. This is what I'm living for. You know, this is me. This is my passion and everything. So of course I'm gonna promote myself. You know, put myself out there and stop being angry at me. Anyway, I promoted Emily McGuff. Stop it. She's a great writer. She go check out she and her husband are in a band, McGuff and the Dumpster Fires. They're really good. I had both of their CDs, and I lost the one, and the other one I have the case for, and I can't find it. I'm gonna have to get a couple. Sorry, Em. But there is one at work, actually, in our like communal working space area by our radio, so listen to that a lot. So I promoted her, and one last shout out of the night. Actually, I'll probably do a couple because you guys are awesome and deserve all of my love. Ellis Omega, I assume you're still watching because you know you're commenting and sending me angry little face bubbles because you're a jerk. Okay, he didn't do it again. We're good. But Ellis Omega is a local artist. Actually, I have one more shout out in that vein. But he does really great acoustic music and does a lot of local shows. And like, stop being angry at me. Somebody's laughing. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm giving you a shout out, boy. Well, boy, better watch it. But yeah, so go check out Ellis Omega, or don't. I don't care, because he's a jerk who keeps sending me angry faces. He has an EP out. There we go. Good boy. And that's really good. I have that. And local shows in Van Wert, and I'm assuming St. Mary's, because that's where he lives now. I haven't been to one in St. Mary's. I know he does Wapak and Salina. I don't know if I mentioned that already. I don't think I did. Angola. So yeah, those are super fun. Go to those. Also, Colton Crew. Go see Colton Crew. Mostly in Van Wert, I believe. I'm not sure. I know they played in Rockford once. Not sure where else, but go see Colton Crew. And yeah, so awesomeness. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. Hopefully I'll do this again sometime. If you want to see me do this again sometime, or short story ideas, be amazing, fantastic, real ones, guys. Some of them I can really work with. Some of them are actually great ideas, but some of them are wild, nonsensical rides of insanity, which apparently I'm good at. So maybe I'll learn those anyway. But story ideas, comments, that kind of thing, and all of my love to all of you guys, to all of my interwebsies fans. And I think that's about it. So, love you guys. Have a good night. Read my book. Or don't. You know, it's cool. We all friends. We all cool. And I will see you later.